Wednesday, June 26th, day 336, and I am completely destroyed. My head is pounding, and I feel like crap. The day started quite unremarkably with people working in the building. They're still fixing windows in various apartments, and that meant I couldn't do any filming because every 2 minutes there was a dong, 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 somewhere in the building, and unlike most other sounds, those sounds seem to carry. So I went shopping for a few things for the videos, just like props. Didn't really find any, but they're not that important. I needed to do something with my time. And then they stopped working, and I could start filming. And that's when things went from okay to horrific. Really bloodbath terrible. Because the board game project, it's fun to film. I'm a bit nervous that I'll do something wrong, or that I'm bothering people too much. These videos, I don't know, maybe a little nervous that I'll screw something up completely, but no, not really. But in all, nothing big. But when I start the camera, doesn't matter if it's that one or this one, when I start the camera for educational videos, the devil rapes my brain. I am kind of scared even just thinking about the raw, untamed, horrific terror that makes my blood vomit in my vein and causes barbed wire to run through my body, scalding hot barbed wire. Something has happened in me that causes, I really have very little to compare it to. It is raw, unhindered terror. I am reduced to a small shaking pile on the floor. Literally, I sat down shaking multiple times. I feel that I would prefer putting my fingers in a door and slamming it continuously for the full duration of filming a video rather than actually filming that video. I would inflict torturous pain on myself rather than that. I only ended up slamming my fist into a door 1 or 2 times. But the level of cold, brain-raping fear that goes through me, I have nothing to fear. If something goes wrong, I'll do it again. I even made a deal with myself. I made a pact that I would film at least 3, no matter what I thought of any of them. I would film at least 3 of the same video and then pick. And after the first one and after the first flood of terror, I don't really have a fitting word for it because terror is too petty a word. Blood-curdling horrors, living, waking nightmare. No, that doesn't even describe it either. After the first one, where I almost broke down crying, I expanded it to 5, and I basically tortured myself by forcing myself to go through with it. I was on the verge of crying, of throwing up, of beating myself to a bloody pool with whatever I could find. I wanted to kill myself before I could go back and continue. I wanted to die, but I forced myself to do it. And if I had done that to another person, I would be able to justify execution of myself on the basis of torture. I would not put another person through what I put myself through. And I have absolutely no idea why that is. The one thing I'm kind of afraid of is that my experiences in Greenland have left a bleeding, oozing scar deep within my brain that erupts with screaming pus when I start doing anything related to teaching. And I cannot accept that. I will not let bad experiences destroy my love of teaching. But right now, that apparently means torturing myself again and again and again, and just hoping that I don't freak out and actually start breaking my fingers in the door to escape. Because that is not as irrational or unlikely a scenario as it might sound. And all that scares me. The fact that that whole terror can even exist in me scares me as well. But on a positive note, I have been contacted by the 4th person in the board game interview project, and he's on board. So we need to find a time and get the interview over. I have already made all the interviews with 2. I need the interviews with 2 more. Then I need to make my own parts of it, because I always seem to furnish my apartment for the wrong things. And this time what I really need is a place to sit down and talk about something, and I don't really have it, because I deliberately designed my apartment so that I wouldn't sit down all the time. No office chair, no dinner table or anything, because stand up or lie down. Otherwise I'm just going to end up slouching over something, over a computer or something. And now, of course, I need that to do the filming. But I'll find a way. The important thing is that I can get the interviews in on film. And that seems, the way seems to be cleared for that now. But the amount of fear with the educational videos, something is really wrong. I have to do something about that, and I'm not going to enjoy it. It's going to be tough torture to get myself through that, but I have to. I will not let some crap in my brain stop me from doing something I love, something I believe in. So we'll see how that goes.